Hi guys, my name is Chris and I am the Algo Man here on TikTok as well as over on our YouTube channel. Thanks again for stopping by today for our daily recap of the NASDAQ 100 futures. And in today's recap, guys, of the NASDAQ 100 futures, something really interesting played out. Everything we covered in yesterday's session, the 4-hour chart, the 60-minute chart, and the 15-minute chart working together, it all came to life today. But instead of the market ripping higher like we saw yesterday, it sold off hard. So the same key elements lined up. The 4-hour lined up, the 60-minute lined up, the 15-minute lined up. The only difference was the direction. So here's the deal. If you paid any attention yesterday when I gave you the charts, the settings, posted the charts in the recap channel, showed you how structure was lining up, you could have caught this downside move this morning with no issue at all. It was clearly set up, confirmed. And the market just flipped the trigger. And that's the point. What I talk about in these recaps isn't academic. It's actionable for tomorrow. And today proves it. And if you're still wondering whether these tools matter, you missed out big time today. Because had you used them, you had a chance. So we're going to walk through the charts now, show you how it played out, and then move to the challenge and kind of prompt you guys to take action with these tools and implement them as part of your system, okay? This is going to be almost a replay of what happened yesterday, like I said, in the market, guys, except the market went down, okay? And I'm going to go over the same exact process I went through, because if you guys are able to nail this process down, I'm telling you guys, wow, I'm just like, I get goosebumps, just looking at this stuff. It's just amazing, okay? So here's how we're going to roll, guys, okay? We're going to go ahead and start it from like 8 in the morning and just kind of run it. And the first chart that we're actually going to look at right here before I hit go is 8 a.m., okay? And right at 8 a.m., look at all the stuff that we're looking at right here, guys. This is the 8 a.m. bar on the 4-hour time frame. This is what this chart is, 4-hour time frame, 240 minutes is 4 hours, okay? You've got the daily high, you've got the Asian high, the Asian low. This is the midnight opening bar right here. And you've got the previous day low right here. All right, guys? So this is kind of like your little range. Now, what is SIMO and ScalpMo telling us right here? Well, it looks like downside, but this is about an hour before the 9 o'clock candle. So a lot could happen between now and then, okay? So probably not a lot is going to happen here right now on this chart. So we'd have to roll it, look at the 60-minute, the 15-minute, and then decide which way we want to roll with the market, okay, guys? So for now, what we're going to do is, we're just going to go ahead and, because this is obviously a 4-hour chart, and this is not going to click over until like, let me see, what's the next candle? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, till 12 noon, okay? Till 12 noon. But everything that I'm looking at 8 a.m. right here is pointing to a sell-off in the market, at least a bearish bias. So let me be very clear. The 4-hour chart is your bias chart. This is a chart where you establish your daily bias in the market. It's not a chart that you confirm the bias. This is a chart where you want to just establish the bias. And right now, the bias seems to be to the downside right here with both of these tools, okay? You're kind of caught in the middle right here. So not a lot going on there right now as far as the bias on the 4-hour chart, okay? So let's go ahead and bring down our 60-minute chart, our 1-hour chart, okay, because this actually confirms the bias, okay? And right now, on this 8 o'clock candle, the bias seems to be to the upside, not yet to the downside, okay? So let's go ahead and play this, because this, right here, we'll just kind of, we'll just let it roll a little bit right there, and then we'll go ahead and look at the 15-minute at the 9 a.m. candle, about a half hour before the market actually opens, okay? And we'll see where that goes, okay? So right here, you're at the Asian high. This is the Asian low. This is the midnight open right there. Everything seems to be to the bullish side, but you just had a cyclic crossing right there, okay? We're not going to take any signals with this until you actually get the orange predictor to actually cross below the 0 line right here, okay? So it's 8:20 here. It's going pretty quick. And by the time it hits 9, I'll stop it. We'll look at the 4-hour, we'll look at the 1-hour, and we'll revisit the 15-minute to see if it's giving us any indication as to which way the market's going to move. Okay, right now the market's just sort of vacillating between 8 and 9 a.m. And at 9 a.m., I'm going to stop it. We're going to look at the 4 hour, and then the 15 as well. And then all the action is, we'll hopefully see some good action this morning as well. There we go. Bingo, right there. That is the 9 a.m. bar should actually print right now, right there. There it goes. Just print it right there. That is the 9 a.m. candle right there, closed below the Asian high. But look at what else just happened on the 60-minute time frame right here, okay? Cycle went down. This is telling you that price is likely to go down. Remember, guys, that the cycle line, the cyan line in SIMO is your leading function of momentum, okay? Remember, it's the tugboat pulling the cruise ship. And your predictor right here is already at the zero line, okay? So this is already getting set up for something that might happen. So again, this is confirming our bias with the 4 hour time frame right here, okay? And our bias with the 4 hour time frame just sort of like ticked up right here a little bit, okay? But let's see what happens with the 60 going down right here, okay? So you got this going down here on the 60. Let's take a quick peek at what's happening right here with the 15-minute time frame, okay? We're not going to execute anything until the market actually opens. But you got cycle down, you've got momentum coming down right there. You've got all your lines. So let's go ahead and run this. And we'll go ahead and stop it shortly before the market opens. All right, guys, this is 9:15 in the morning right here. And we're right back to the midnight open. And you're right here at the Asian high as well, okay? Right there at this candle. Now, what just happened here on the 15-minute chart? You've got cycle going down, and cycle is already telling you that the market is going down about maybe 2 bars before the top right here, okay? So if I put the crossing right here, it's about 1 bar before the top right there. You've got momentum right here at the zero line, okay? So you got very good confirmation right there that the market appears to want to go down, okay? And this is about 15 minutes before the market actually opens. If we go here to our 60-minute time frame, we're right here, guys. You're right here at the zero line, about to take off to the downside. And you're also right here. You've already crossed below the zero line. So this is all setting up to potentially go down, okay? So let's see what happens at the opening bar at 9:30. There you go, guys. This, I mean, it's coming down right there. I mean, it's all coming down right there, guys. You have bias confirmation here. With SIMO on the 60-minute, you have bias confirmation here that this is really, really, really going down. This is your 9:30 candle just about to hit the London low right there. I mean, if you want to take a trade right there,
order filled.
Be my guest. That is probably a good spot. You've got Pirmo coming down as well. So if you notice, I took my confirmation off of the 60-minute time frame that price was actually going down. Right here, you also have, okay, a potential liquidity sweep right here where these pink lines just plotted. Okay, I don't know if you could see them right there, but there are these pink lines right there. And that is an area of potential resting orders. If price breaks out through there, guys, the whole thing is just going straight down. But I took my trade because I saw momentum right here at the zero line. And typically when I see momentum at the zero line coming down, this early in the morning, it's likely going to pull price down. So we just broke through the Asian high, the London low, the Asian low, and this is the previous day low right here where you're at. Okay, and let's see how the 1 hour chart is actually holding up. Okay, 1 hour chart is actually holding up really well. You got a crossing right there. You've got momentum falling. Cycle had already crossed the zero line, like up here at this bar, if you notice. Okay, so that already told you the confirmation is here, guys, on the 60-minute chart that price is really gonna poof, take off in your favor in the direction that you hope price would move. And this right here is where you either execute on the 15-minute time frame if you'd like, or just execute on a 3-minute time frame if you want to go for a scalp. Right. That's how I'd approach it right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue with this. All right, guys, we got a couple things going on here on this 15-minute time frame that's really important to note. Okay, you've got confirmation that price is in a trend right here, and you really have strong confirmation that price is moving into a strong trend down here. okay? And if price moves down here, I'm not going to get out of the trade until this purple line actually tilts up above the green line. That's going to keep me in the trade. Now, because of the fact that I already have confirmation that we're in a trend right here, I'm going to begin counting my cycles, okay? So this would be the commencement of cycle number 1. This is the end of cycle number 1 right here. So we normally get a second cycle, which is just about to begin right here. And this should kind of do the same thing. It's going to do the same thing that you saw right here in cycle 1. You'll have another cycle over here as well, especially when the trend is as strong as this. This indicator is called Simo Pro, guys, and this one here is called PIRMO. This indicator is your market structure tool to let you know exactly which way the market is actually going to move. And this indicator right here was designed, I designed it to track the pure momentum swing in price. That's why it's called PIRMO. PIRMO is an acronym for pure momentum, okay? And momentum right here, whenever it falls below this threshold or goes above 0.90, that means momentum is really, really strong, especially on a 15-minute time frame, okay? And right now, momentum is extremely strong with the indicator being below the 0.90 range. So as soon as this magenta line tilts up above the green line, that will be the end of the trade, okay? Haven't checked the chart today, but would this have been caught using, oh, absolutely. Absolutely, it would have been caught with the elephant hunting strategy, because you would have caught the early onset of a trend on the 1 minute, and then you would have spotted the down leg on the 2-minute chart when you did your ABC confirmation. So definitely look at the 1 and the 2 for your elephant hunting series, but it absolutely would have caught this today for sure. These tools, guys, are available on the NinjaTrader platform. I'm actually the developer of these systems, so it's all on the NinjaTrader platform, or you could just grab them from the link in my bio. It's the same thing. And the link in the bio will probably give you all the sources of how you can get these, with the different combinations. The end of the trade is, that's actually a really good question. The end of the trade is when this purple line crosses above the green line right here at the bottom of the chart, okay? We just hit the end of cycle number 2. Most trades have 2 cycles, guys, in duration. So if you want to be very conservative and get out at the end of cycle number 2, you can. Nothing wrong with getting out at the end of cycle number 2, especially after this massive, massive, massive move to the downside right here. There's nothing wrong with getting out right here, which is the end of cycle number 2, okay? What I'm going to do here today is just follow process and get out when the purple line crosses above the 0 line. Remember, cycles always precede trends, guys, okay? So you're always going to have some type of cycle. This was a cycle. You see the nice sine wave formation coming down? Cycles always precede trends, okay? And cycles always follow trends, okay? So you'll typically have some type of cycle to the upside after after the trend component of the move is done, all right? In about 35% of the cases, you'll get a total capitulation, which is like a third cycle. And if it's going up like yesterday, you'll get a blow off top. That doesn't happen very often. It only happens in about maybe 35% of the cases. All right, guys, here's the tilt right here. I don't know if you can see that.
Order filled.
I'm going to go ahead and buy it back. It's right smack right there, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and highlight it with a little box right there. That is the tilt. That is the end of the trade right there. So for you guys who are kind of curious to know how many points this actually pulled in, this went from 648 all the way to 227, okay? So if I use this little ruler right here and kind of put this here to scale, we're looking at about a move of 441 points, give or take, right here, okay? That's the capability of these tools, okay? You could take the cyclic rotation to the upside. I would confer with the, with the 1 hour chart before doing that. So let's go ahead and actually look at the 1 hour chart right here to see what the 1 hour chart has been telling us. And it perfectly caught this move to the downside right here. The very beginning of the trade, when you entered, okay, you came down, and the moment that you get this crossing, you're not going to see this crossing until this bar right here. So it perfectly nails the bottom right there, okay? And you have a little bit of a rotation to the upside, which is what caused price to move up again right here, okay? That's how that works, guys, okay? But if we go ahead, and it's, I think, about maybe 1 in the afternoon here on the clock, all right? And we go back and we look at our 1 hour time frame, look at our 1 hour time frame, I mean our 4 hour time frame right here, guys. It's all the way down here. So the bias on the 4 hour time frame isn't really to the upside yet. It's still to the downside. And if you think about that, it's really reflective in how price moved on the retrace to the upside. Because if I go ahead and bring the 15-minute chart, this move to the upside hasn't really been strong. In fact, if I continue to let it run, it doesn't really have that short covering strength that a lot of moves normally have when it kind of retraces back like that. It doesn't. It kind of waffles along until you get the end of the cycle right there, and that's really it, guys, okay? That is really it as far as a trade. But think of it this way. Why even worry about capturing the reversal cycle trade to the upside if you already nailed approximately 441 point trade? A move that's over 400 point clearly, guys, deserves some respect, okay? There's an old adage in trading that bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered, right? And if you're already up by that much on one trade to the downside, guys, it's sometimes better to just call it a day and, go for a walk and go celebrate your wins. There's no need to try to capture the reversal trade in every single move that the chart throws at you. You got to have a little bit of discipline in the process of you guys trading as well. That's very important.
Wow, did you see that? That's what you call precision.
And there it is right there, guys. That's a real massive move right there. Walk you through the exact process of how I would have done this myself, okay? If I were to use the same system I just went over with you guys right now. And you know what? The funny part about this is that I was on here yesterday afternoon presenting the exact same setup, the exact same system. And I told you guys, get it dialed in. I'll post the charts on the chart recap channel and follow the same process, okay? Had you followed the same process, guys, this would have been a huge winner in your account today, all right? So here's the challenge for our tribe, okay? Load your system, the 4 hour chart, the 60-minute chart, the 15-minute chart. You simul, predict mode, the VWAP where necessary, and replay today's session, okay? Mark where the 4 hour got its bias. Remember that the 4 hour is only for bias, and where the 60-minute confirmed, and where you saw the trigger on the 15-minute. Note it up, annotate it the way I just did like this, screenshot it, okay? Send it to me over in the Discord or the Telegram. And show that you're not just watching, show that you're mapping and you're actually trading and paying attention, guys, because this is how you refine. I issued the same challenge yesterday to you guys. And look at what the market delivered today. On point and confirmed. Exactly the same way we walked through it yesterday afternoon, guys, okay? There was no difference. It was just absolutely on point, okay, guys? Now listen up. If while you were wondering, should I pull the trigger, okay, if you're watching this, we were already positioned, guys. Today's move could have been yours. Instead, you watched. The doors are now open. The system works. I've laid out the whole process for you. The tools are loaded. All you need to do is click the link in my bio, start the 7-day free trial, use your 2 free one-on-one sessions that come with your trial, okay, to get the guidance the top performers use. The ones booking 6 figures, guys. Don't wait, because while you're hesitating, someone else is taking your spot.